Portugal, a land of secrets and surprises. There are few places on Earth where history and mystery seem to intertwine so seamlessly, where the mundane dances with the magical, and where every stone, hill, and wave whispers a story. Portugal is one such place, an enigmatic land that beckons travelers with promises of sun-drenched coasts and ancient traditions. But beyond its picturesque beaches and world-famous wine, Portugal holds secrets that stretch far beyond the ordinary. Imagine a country where you can sleep in a giant bird's nest, hand-woven from branches, deep in the heart of the Alentejo region. Picture walking through a village where the buildings don't bear numbers, but colors, stripes of vibrant hues that paint a whimsical picture of life on the coast. Envision stepping into a bookstore so ancient it has withstood the tides of history, and in its dusty corners, the whispers of old tales linger in the air. These are not just idle fantasies, they are real, tangible experiences in Portugal, a country that is as full of strange marvels as it is of timeless beauty. But these oddities are not isolated wonders. In Portugal, the past is never far behind. The mystical caves and breathtaking cliffs are just the beginning. In this land, strange and wonderful traditions still thrive, offering a glimpse into a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Whether it's a town where bread doesn't just feed, it walks, or a place where fado music fills the streets with a sorrow so deep it lingers in the soul, Portugal is a country that refuses to let the stories of the past fade away. What makes Portugal truly unique is not just the marvels it holds, but the quiet, unspoken way it invites you to explore them. It's a land where each discovery feels like a treasure, waiting for those who take the time to look closer. As you wander through its cities and villages, you'll realize that the true magic of Portugal isn't in its famous landmarks or bustling capitals, but in its hidden corners, where legends live, traditions breathe, and every step you take is a step into something truly out of the ordinary. So what if you could uncover the most mysterious, the most extraordinary, and the most delightful facts about this fascinating country? What if the world you thought you knew could shift beneath your feet, revealing something more wonderful and strange than you ever imagined? In the following moments, we'll embark on a journey through Portugal, one that will take you beyond the typical tourist destinations and deep into the heart of what makes this land one of the most soulful and surprising places in Europe. Fact number 15. Portugal, the balcony of Europe. Perched proudly on the western edge of the Iberian Peninsula, Portugal's geography alone gives it a sense of poetic grandeur. With a staggering 943 miles of Atlantic coastline, the country truly feels like Europe's balcony, stretching out toward an endless ocean horizon. The Algarve region exemplifies this metaphor perfectly. Its ochre cliffs stand like natural fortresses against the roar of the Atlantic, where surfers glide effortlessly across glassy blue waves. Here, nature doesn't just surround you, it holds you. And with more than 300 days of sun each year, Portugal bathes its people in golden warmth that slows down time itself. In Lisbon, this sun-drenched rhythm continues. The capital city rises and falls with 7 hills, echoing Rome, yet exuding a character all its own. Here the pace is deliberate. Trams wind through labyrinthine streets paved with Azulejos, Portugal's iconic hand-painted tiles. Locals linger in cafes, their laughter drifting with the breeze, and strangers exchange warm greetings like old friends. It's in these moments that Portugal feels not like a destination, but a homecoming for the soul. Fact number 14. Benagil Cave, the secret beach. You can't walk along the southern coastline. Nature has carved a secret known only to the brave and the curious. Benagil Sea Cave is a hidden beach unlike any other, a surreal sanctuary sculpted by centuries of crashing waves and whispering winds. This is no ordinary beach. You can't drive to it. You can't even walk to it. To enter this natural cathedral, you must first become part of the sea, swim through ocean tunnels, or paddle quietly by kayak, until the rock opens like a secret passage. Inside, the cave stuns with silence and sacred beauty. A perfectly circular skylight allows sunlight to spill onto golden sands, illuminating the space like a holy altar. The sound of water echoing off stone is the only music here. It is Portugal in purest form, wild, mysterious, and divinely peaceful. Fact number 13. Portuguese women love through tradition. In the fishing villages and cobbled towns of Portugal, the true heartbeat of tradition is often found in the hands of women. Grandmothers with sun-lined faces prepare fish-shaped cakes, not just as treats, but as offerings of affection, a taste of memory, of care. And then there is the cherished tradition of lenços dos namorados, the sweetheart handkerchiefs. Passed down through generations, these delicately embroidered cloths are stitched by young women as declarations of love. But this is not mere ornamentation. Each design, each verse, each careful stitch tells a story, a poem of longing, of hope, of choosing love. When a young man receives one, it is not just a gift, it is a vow, a piece of her heart, rendered in thread. In this tradition, love becomes a craft, a ritual rooted in sincerity and timeless beauty. Fact number 12. Costa Nova, a town without addresses. On the Silver Coast, tucked between lagoon and ocean, lies a town so whimsical, it seems to have stepped out of a children's storybook. Costa Nova is known for its striped houses, painted in bright hues of red, green, blue, and yellow, each one a beacon of joy. But what makes this town truly unique is its rejection of modern precision. There are no street numbers here. Instead, locals describe their homes by color and proximity. The green and white house next to the red striped one. It's a system that feels more like storytelling than navigation. Originally built as sheds for storing fishing gear, these colorful homes now reflect a celebration of simplicity. Life here flows with the rhythm of the sea. Children ride bicycles with pastries in hand. Fishermen mend their nets at dusk, and the air is filled with the scent of salt and fresh bread, and the sound of neighborly laughter echoing like music. Fact number 11. Monsanto, houses that hug, giant rocks. Perched on a rugged hilltop overlooking the wide, wild lands of central Portugal, lies Monsanto, a village that feels like it belongs not to this world, but to myth and legend. Dubbed the most Portuguese village in Portugal, Monsanto doesn't just coexist with nature, it embraces it, quite literally. Here, the architecture doesn't resist the land, it listens to it. Massive granite boulders, some the size of small houses themselves, are not cleared or quarried. Instead, they are incorporated into the very soul of each home. Walls lean against these stones, roofs curve around their contours. Some doorways emerge as slits between two enormous rocks, like nature herself opening a passage into a secret realm. As you wander Monsanto's cobbled paths, you'll see goats nibbling on the hillside, women baking in communal ovens with time-tested recipes, and old men mending tools beneath the shadow of boulders older than memory. Yet this is not a ghost of the past. It's a living village, alive with spirit, proud of its heritage. Here, every stone speaks, and every home is a testament to harmony with the earth. Fact number 10. Portugal, Europe's oldest coffee culture. Before the global rise of sleek espresso machines and to-go paper cups, Portugal had already perfected the art of coffee as a ritual, not a commodity. At the heart of this tradition is the humble bica, Lisbon's version of espresso. But a bica is not something you rush through on your way to work. It's a moment, a social pulse that brings friends, neighbors, and strangers together across marble counters and sidewalk tables. In a country where time stretches like the sun across tiled rooftops, cafes are sacred spaces. In sleepy villages, you'll still find locals who exchange gossip, poetry, or even fresh eggs as they sip. It's not unusual for the cafe owner to know your story, your children's names, and how you take your sugar. Whether in Porto's grand coffee halls or a modest roadside stand in the Alentejo, coffee is not consumed, it is shared. Portugal's café culture is one of intimacy and ritual, where the brew is strong, the pace is slow, and the company is what truly matters. Fact number 9. Life in Lisbon, the calm capital. Lisbon defies the chaos that defines most capitals. While other cities roar, Lisbon hums, its rhythm set not by clocks, but by sea winds and the sway of trams. Take Tram 28, for instance, the city's most beloved public transport. It winds through the Alfama and Graça districts like a golden thread through a tapestry of history. You'll pass tiled buildings that have stood for centuries, listen to the echoes of fado music rising from tiny bars, and witness locals chatting across balconies strung with drying laundry and bougainvillea. This city breathes slowly. It invites you to sit with a pastel de nata, that warm, custardy tart with a flaky crust and a dusting of cinnamon, and watch the world go by. It offers not monuments alone, but moments. A grandmother's smile, a street artist's ballad, a quiet glance across a square bathed in golden light. Lisbon is not just Portugal's capital, it is its gentle heartbeat, a place where history feels alive and the present feels peaceful. Fact number 8. Portugal, a real-life fairy tale. Portugal is the sort of place that makes you question whether you're dreaming. In Sintra, mist-shrouded palaces rise from deep emerald forests. Turrets and domes pierce the clouds as though plucked from a fantasy. The Pena Palace, with its colorful towers and romantic architecture, feels like the backdrop of a royal legend, while Moorish castles whisper tales of ancient battles and forbidden love. In the Douro Valley, vineyards cascade down terraced slopes like green velvet ribbons, meeting the winding river that once carried barrels of port wine from hills to harbor. This is not just wine country. It's a landscape of devotion, carved lovingly by generations of farmers and vintners. And then there's Porto, a city of tiled facades that shimmer like stained glass under the sun. Even its McDonald's, located inside the old Café Imperial, is a wonder, complete with crystal chandeliers and stained glass windows. Because in Portugal, even the ordinary must have a touch of grace. Here, fairy tales aren't read, they're lived. Fact number 7. The Rooster of Barcelos, symbol of faith and justice. Amid Portugal's many legends, one humble rooster has risen as the nation's most enduring symbol. Not because of grandeur, but because of faith. According to the legend, a pilgrim wrongly accused of theft was sentenced to hang. In a final act of protest, he pointed to a roasted rooster on a nobleman's plate and proclaimed, "That rooster will crow as proof of my innocence." And miraculously, it did. The man was spared, and the rooster became a beacon of justice, truth, and divine intervention. Today, the Rooster of Barcelos is everywhere, painted on ceramics, perched on rooftops, stitched into tapestries. Its vibrant colors of red, yellow, blue, and green do more than decorate. They tell a story of hope and resilience, a reminder that truth has a voice, even when all seems lost. In a world often clouded by doubt, Portugal offers this rooster as a feathered promise. Justice, when called upon with heart, will always crow. Fact number 6. A night in a giant bird's nest. Only in Portugal, tucked away in the serene wilderness of Portugal's Alentejo region, where the sky stretches wide and time moves with the breeze, lies one of the world's most unusual and soul-soothing accommodations, a giant bird's nest you can sleep in. But this isn't fantasy. It's a real, hand-woven eco-lodge shaped like a massive nest, crafted entirely from interlaced branches and natural materials, blending effortlessly with the landscape around it. There are no walls in the traditional sense, just the comforting enclosure of nature itself. Here, luxury is not measured in thread count or Wi-Fi speed. It's measured in moments of silence, the shimmer of moonlight through the leaves, and the rustling lullaby of the wind. There is no television, no buzzing notifications, no artificial lights, Instead, as night falls, the world dims to a hush. Owls call in the distance, and stars flicker into view by the hundreds, then thousands, a glittering ceiling above your nest. You lie back, cradled in the gentle arms of nature, and begin to remember how quiet the world can be, how sacred solitude feels, how deeply alive stillness can make you feel. In this nest, you don't just sleep. You return to yourself, to simplicity, to the childlike awe of lying under the sky and realizing the world is vast and you are a part of it. This is not just a place to stay, it's a place to be. Fact number 5. The world's oldest bookstore, in Lisbon. In the heart of Lisbon, amidst the cobbled streets where centuries of footsteps have left their mark, there exists a quiet treasure of immense cultural significance. Bertrand Bookstore, the oldest operating bookstore in the world. Established in 1732, Bertrand stands as a testament to Portugal's long and enduring relationship with literature and learning. As the camera sweeps across its charming, weathered wooden shelves and dimly lit reading corners, you feel the presence of countless minds, philosophers, poets, rebels, and dreamers, whose words have echoed through this space for nearly 3 centuries. The air smells faintly of paper, ink, and history. Even in the face of earthquakes, revolutions, and the digital age, Bertrand has remained resilient, continuing its role as a literary sanctuary. You can almost hear the whisper of pages turning, each one a quiet homage to human curiosity. Here, books are more than just stories. They are living connections between past and present. To step into Bertrand is to take a step back in time, to experience firsthand the reverence Portugal holds for its written word. Fact number 4. Fado, the soundtrack of the Portuguese soul. There's a sound in the alleys of Lisbon's Alfama district, a sound that seems to pull you deeper into the heart of Portugal. It's the melancholic, yet beautiful, fado music. Fado is not merely a genre. It is the embodiment of the Portuguese soul, capturing centuries of heartache, longing, and the bittersweetness of life. The camera pans through a dimly lit tavern, where the gentle strum of the guitarra portuguesa, Portuguese guitar, reverberates, carrying with it the weight of saudade, the Portuguese word for a deep, nostalgic longing for something lost or unfulfilled. In this moment, time doesn't pass. It lingers. The singer's voice rises and falls, each note an unspoken prayer, each word a heartbeat. In Portugal, fado is not just music. It is a ritual of expression, a way of sharing the pain and beauty of life. It's an invitation to feel, to open up to the full range of human emotion. The air itself seems to hum with memories as Portugal's past dances with its present in every verse. Fact number 3. Vilar de Perdizes, the village of walking bread high in the mist-covered mountains of northern Portugal. The village of Vilar de Perdizes holds a curious and sacred tradition, the annual Festa das Papas, where bread doesn't just feed, it walks. As the camera zooms out, revealing the villagers donning traditional garb and carrying giant loaves of bread on their heads, you realize this is more than a festival. It's a living link to ancient rituals. The bread symbolizes sustenance, survival, and the deep respect for the harvest that nourishes the people. It's a procession, a sacred offering to the spirits that watch over them, blending pagan rites and Christian customs into one powerful act of community. The air is thick with reverence, but also with joy. Vibrant faces walk in unison through the foggy fields, and beneath the heavy loaves, they bear the weight of tradition with pride. This isn't a performance, it's a living memory. It's the embodiment of Portugal's profound connection to its land, its past, and its community spirit. Fact number 2. A city of cork, stylish, sustainable, and uniquely Portuguese. What might seem like a simple wine stopper to the rest of the world, in Portugal, cork has become a symbol of sustainability and creativity. Portugal is the world's leading producer of cork, and the country has transformed this humble material into something truly innovative. The camera opens to the vast cork forests, where workers carefully harvest the bark, ensuring that the trees are left unharmed and continue to live for centuries. This process, passed down through generations, is an art, one that blends nature and craftsmanship in perfect harmony. Then we shift to Lisbon's trendy boutiques, where cork-based products, from wallets to shoes to handbags, are displayed with style and elegance. The soft, earthy texture of cork is woven into everything, from eco-friendly fashion to sustainable architecture, creating a seamless connection between nature and design. In Portugal, sustainability is more than a buzzword. It's a way of life, a way of honoring the earth and crafting beauty from the materials it provides. Fact number 1. Óbidos, the village ruled by books. Finally, we arrive at Óbidos, a medieval village that seems to have stepped out of a fairy tale. Encircled by ancient castle walls, Óbidos has transformed into a literary haven, a place where books don't just fill shelves, they fill the air. As the camera weaves through the narrow, cobbled streets, you can see books spilling from windows, filling churches and stables, even adorning centuries-old chapels. This isn't just a quaint bookstore, it's a celebration of literature itself. The village has become Portugal's literary capital, with every nook and cranny holding stories of its own. During the annual Folio Literary Festival, the streets are alive with writers, readers, and dreamers, all sharing in the joy of stories. Here, every building tells a tale. Every page turned is a step into Portugal's rich literary tradition, where the past and future are intertwined in a single word. In Óbidos, books don't just occupy shelves, they shape the very soul of the village. It's a place where literature is alive, where every story finds its home, and where Portugal's love for storytelling continues to flourish. As the sun sets over Portugal's golden coast, casting long shadows over its ancient streets, we're left with the lingering question: what makes a place truly magical? Perhaps it's the stories etched into its stones, the traditions passed down through generations, or the quiet mysteries that make it unlike anywhere else in the world. Portugal isn't just a destination. It's a living, breathing testament to the beauty of the unexpected, the wonder of the strange, and the joy of discovery. From its breathtaking cliffs to its hidden caves, from the rhythmic hum of its soul-stirring fado to the quirky, vibrant traditions that keep its history alive, Portugal offers a never-ending journey for those willing to explore. It's a land that doesn't just wait to be seen. It invites you to feel its heartbeat, to lose yourself in its stories, and to become a part of its ever-evolving legacy. But this is just the beginning. There's so much more to Portugal than what meets the eye. So many secrets, so many wonders waiting to be uncovered. So are you ready to take the next step and dive even deeper into the heart of this incredible country? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating journeys through the world's most magical destinations. Drop a comment below and tell us which of these strange and wonderful facts about Portugal surprised you the most, and share any hidden gems you think we missed. Let's continue the adventure together. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and remember, there's always more to a place than meets the eye.